Hello friends, Koolio here, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another DISLYTE video. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my recommendation for the #1 Esper that you should be maxing out first in the game. So if you guys are enjoying these videos, these beginner guide videos, tips and tricks and all that stuff for DISLYTE, then make sure to like button and subscribe to the channel. So my #1 pick of the Esper that I think everybody should max out first, especially free-to-play players, is going to be Mona, all right? Mona is hands down one of the best Espers in the game, specifically for one reason, is she is just so dang good at helping you max out all of your other Espers. Now this game is a very resource intensive game, and a lot of those resources isn't just mainly like Experimon and Starmon and stuff like that, but it's also time and also the basic energy that you get in the game, okay? You're gonna have a limited amount of this energy, and you're gonna wanna make sure that you're spending it correctly and you're not wasting it. Now, the main reason why I think Mona should be the first Esper that you guys should max in the game is because of her abilities, and she's just so dang good at AoE damage. Now, one of the things that you're gonna find out pretty early on in this game is you're gonna be spending a lot of time playing through these practice stages. These practice stages are usually unlocked when you get to around chapter 5 of a story. And this one, once I beat chapter 6, I was able to unlock this next practice stage, okay? Now the practice stage is specifically built to help you level up your Espers. Now, as of right now, what I'm actually trying to do is I'm trying to get enough 5-star Espers that I can sacrifice to move one of my units from 5 stars to 6 stars, okay? That's something that a lot of people are gonna be doing, and I'm gonna be coming out a video very soon on how to do that efficiently, but I think Mona is gonna be key for a lot of people if you don't wanna waste a lot of time and you wanna try to level up your Espers as quickly as possible. So to give you an idea, what I'm trying to do is I already got this guy up to 4 stars. I don't need him anymore. I'm using him as a sacrifice. I'm trying to get this Starmon up to 4 stars. I need to get to level 30, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump into a battle. Now, usually I would do a multi-battle, but I'm not gonna do that for this video. I'm gonna holding that off for a future video. But I wanna show you the reason why Mona is just so dang good. And it's because every single one of her abilities is targeted to take out as many enemies as possible, regardless how many is on the field. She's got an amazing AoE attack. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and turn off auto combat real quick. An amazing ultimate ability that just does an insane amount of damage. So you can see right there, basically almost wiped them out. Her secondary ability, again, is a full AoE attack ability. Like, she took out almost every single foe on the other side of the field. And then her basic ability actually grants her, gains an additional turn if she kills the enemy. So let's go ahead, we're gonna target this guy, hit him, gain another ability. Target this guy, let's hit him again. Boom, kill them, done. Wiped out the first stage, super quick, super quick. That's how easy it is. So we're just gonna go ahead and turn on auto combat and just let her play through it. Now, the main reason why Mona is just so good, again, she just does a ton of AoE damage, on top of the fact that she also sustains herself too with her secondary ability. So she's taking a lot of damage. A lot of the times when you're going through and you're leveling up your other Espers or Starmons or whatever, they're most likely going to die within the first round of combat. So you need an Esper that can not only deal an insane amount of AoE damage, but can also sustain themselves as well. So if we were to go back in, retry this, and just turn on auto combat and just let her do the whole thing, she's gonna be able to clear this no problem extremely quickly, okay? And you're gonna want that because you're gonna be spending a lot of time on these practice stages, and you want an Esper that can go through this by themselves and take out as many enemies as possible. So here we go, ultimate ability, tons of damage, secondary ability. She's probably gonna wipe out almost every single one of these enemies, and she's gonna heal herself, and she's gonna get action point absorption so she can then go again. And if she's able to kill the enemy with her moonshot, she gets a boost of a turn, attacks the next enemy. She's just going so quickly. She's got the extra turn, uses her ultimate ability. Now, I'm actually gonna show you guys how I'm currently building her. I've actually spent a lot of time trying to figure out what the best build is for Mona, and I think I've got it. And so hopefully this will help out a lot of people, and I definitely think she's probably gonna be the first one that everyone should max out. It's just gonna make things so much easier for you. So I've done a lot of testing on the types of build, the type of build I want for her. Now, if you actually head on over to the strategy, this is actually something that I recommended for people to check out. is it gives you some recommendation based on other people, like what kind of relics and stuff they're using. And the most common one is using the War Machine set to give her plus 30% attack, and the Fiery Incandescence set for increased crit rate. Okay, so what I was actually doing before is I was focusing solely on her attack, trying to build her attack as much as possible. And even though that was doing a pretty decent job, I found out that you probably shouldn't focus on attack. Yes, you're going to want a decent amount of attack for this character, okay? I've got attack here, I've got an attack bonus here, I've got attack base right here, attack bonus there. You definitely want to make sure that she's got a decent amount of attack. But the thing that you actually really want to focus on, the thing that you want to make sure that she has a high amount on, is actually crit rate. Okay, so obviously we've got the Fiery Incandescent set that gives her plus 20% crit rate, but if we actually go and take a look at the other stuff, I've got 8% there. If we take a look, I've got 10% there. If you look at almost everything I've got set up on her, I try to make sure that I've actually got a high enough crit rate on this specific character, okay? So she's got a plus 70% crit rate. Now the main reason why you're gonna do that is for her ultimate ability, attacks all enemies 4 times, dealing a total damage equal to 150% of attack. Now damage from this attack is increased by 30% upon a critical hit. Now I actually went through and I did the testing. I tried to max out her attack and I had a relatively low crit rate, okay? And I noticed I was getting decent damage, but I knew I could push it even farther, okay? So then I focused solely on doing crit rate. I even got rid of some of her attack bonuses that I had set up here. In fact, I believe I had, if I were to go replace this, one of the ones I had set up for her, not on this one, I think it was on this one, replace, not the Windwalker set, it's on the War Machine set. If I remember where I had it at. I know I swapped it over to somebody else. Oh, you know what, I was correct, it was right here, the War Machine set, this one right here, okay? Not that one. Where is it? What the heck? Defense bonus. Where's my crit rate one? Did I actually end up selling it? Maybe I did end up selling it. That sucks. I did not want to do that. But anyways, I had one that was solely focused on high crit rate instead of high attack. And I found out I was actually dealing more damage with the high crit rate than I was with a specific attack bonus. And so when focusing on the crit rate, that plus 30% is huge. You're going to be getting a lot more damage from the crit rate hit than you are trying to stack her overall attack. Now on top of the crit rate, you're obviously going to want to make sure that you stack some of the crit damage, but I feel like crit damage is kind of secondary. Now a lot of people are using the War Machine set because I think, in my opinion, a better set to go with is going to be the Hammer of Thor set, okay? Which gives her an increased crit damage by 40%. Okay, now to give you guys a general idea, all right, the War Machine set gives her plus 30% attack. The crit damage on the Hammer of Thor is 40%. And I went through and I did some testing and I found out I'm getting roughly about 10 to 20% increased damage using this set. And I don't even have this maxed out. The set I was using before was basically completely maxed out, okay? I had 15s across the board and I was using the basic War Machine set with I had high attack damage and high crit rate. I even had higher crit rate before. I believe mine was almost at 100%. And so my best recommendation right now is to try to build towards the Hammer of Thor set. Make sure you've got those attack bonuses, but also critical is to make sure you have the crit rate, because the more she crit rates, the higher chance she has of landing the plus 30% damage on top of her ultimate ability. And when she crits, you're obviously getting an additional 40% damage from using the Hammer of Thor set. So my recommendation though is the Hammer of Thor set. It's a little bit rarer. It takes a little bit more time to get to, and it's on a much more difficult stage on the rituals in order to get. So my recommendation is when you're first jumping into the game, go ahead and build your character using this kind of setup with the War Machine setup and the 20% crit rate. But once you get to the point where you've got a decent team set up and you know you can take down some of those higher stages, try to go and swap over to the Hammer of Thor set. You're going to find yourself getting about 10 to 20% more damage on top, 10 to 20% more damage than you would have with the War Machine set. And again, I still don't even have this maxed out. I still have plenty of room to move with. And even this one right here, this is actually not a perfect one. So I've got the perfect one for this. I wanted the attack bonus. I wanted the basic attack for this as well. I got my crit rate, attack bonus, all that stuff worked out really well. This one right here, I could easily swap this out for a much better relic, like a much better relic. The one I specifically want to go towards, I think there is a crit rate version of this one that you can get, or an attack based one. either one of those would work out perfectly fine because I've already got a decent crit rate, a decent amount of attack and stuff. And so that's my overall opinion, is Mona should be one of the first Espers that you should max out in this game. It's going to make maxing out every single one of your other characters so much easier. And it really is, honestly. Like, if I wanted to, I could spend the next hour and I can max out these 3 characters at least to level 50. But like I said, right now I'm working on trying to get some of these characters up to level 60, and I will be posting a video in the near future teaching you guys how to max out your characters as fast as possible and how the experience system in this game works. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Again, if you did, I'd really appreciate it if you would hit the like button, and if you're new here to the channel, consider subscribing for future DISLYTE videos. Well friends, my name's Koolio, and I'll see you next time.